most welcome to this first episode of the first part from bodinmusic.com. And we're going to talk about the event that will happen next week, Saturday the 28th of September. We're going to have a great party at the Dogbar in Uppsala. And we're going to have this party to celebrate the release of the new album with the Masters Brew, the album Elixir. And the evening is starting at 6 p.m. and 2 hours later, JJ and his trio will go on stage and mangle the house with classic rock. And please be on time, because I truly believe this evening will be a full house. The last time the band played, it was absolutely packed. So please be on time. And of course, you will hopefully be able to buy the new Masters Brew album Elixir. And I say hopefully because there has been a fuck up with the CD plant. They managed to lose the DDP file, the mastering file from the mastering engineer Peter. And I'm sorry, we lost a couple of days, but they told me that I will probably have the CD in my hand the next upcoming Thursday. So keep your fingers crossed that everything will run as smooth as possible. Now let's talk about the Masters Brew, the band. Masters Brew is a four-piece band with drums, bass, guitars and myself playing the keyboards. The story behind the band is that I met Felix when I played with the Flower Kings, and we both felt immediately that we had a good chemistry going on. And talking about good chemistry, I've been working together with JJ Marsh now for 20 years, and he's my number one call when it comes to guitars. He can play everything, and I'm so happy he's part of this project. And then we have the bass seat, and I remember I asked Felix about which bass player he preferred to play with, and he immediately came up with the name Thomas Stiger. And Thomas is originally from Hamburg, but he moved to Berlin, and there he plays with Felix's own band, Marriage Material. With that being said, I had contact with him, and now I'm so happy he said yes to this little adventure. So when playing with guys like that, you have to accept the fact that they are probably fully booked with gigs and recordings. And that dictated the way we recorded this album. It had to be sharing files. So I sent a lot of material to Felix, and he's got his own studio. So he recorded the basic tracks for the songs. And after that, Thomas recorded the bass tracks, and I think it went rather smooth. And then we have JJ, since both him and I, we are living pretty close, so he could come to my studio and we work there intensely with arrangements and ideas. And this is, of course, a way to prefer, because when you have this interplay in between, you can check ideas and you instantly get the result on tape. I prefer that, and I really hope that the next album with the Masters Brew will be in a studio where we can record the basic track at once as a band. Now, let's talk a bit about the Masters Brew album Elixir and the music, and how can you describe an album that is so diverse? If you look upon the ingredients used, the main influences, I think you can get a rough idea. So you got a lot of progressive rock, you got world music, you got funk, you got jazz, and the thing is, you can't bring a guitar player like JJ to the table without getting into the domain of hard rock. But on the other hand, when you have guys like Felix and Thomas, you have to play jazz. or at least the way I look upon jazz. I have no idea what jazz is, and I have no idea how to compose the music. But I'm on the safe side if I call this David Lynch jazz. So you have to imagine Twin Peaks and this scene when you have this weird people in the red velvet room. It's so weird. But you know, this is not a jazz album, and to prove that I will play another track from the Brew, Elixir, and this song called Two Brothers, and it's a flirt with Latin music. Cuba meets Brazil. Two Brothers. So, the Brew, Elixir is an album with a lot of different flavors, I can assure you that. And of course, I really want you to buy this album. And where can you get it? Well, if you go to bodinmusic.com, www.bodinmusic.com, you can there find a shop. It will start selling the album the 28th of September, and you will be able to buy the physical CDs as well as the downloads. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little pod, and be well, and see you next time. Bye.